Welcome to the fastest chaos SaladEsc against MrOsoVC8 in a DM HyperRandom tournament here. And as I've just been explaining for those watching on Twitch, both really good in RM, 2k1 peak here, I think 2k2 or 2k3 peak over here at MrOsoVC's side. But could struggle at the start as they aren't too experienced in DM. Start is doing quite fine villagers on each Rex though. For our Goth player in the gray, and SaladEsc doing a sensible thing, wanting to start champions against the Goth, but some Cavalier. Always, I think, the meta opening against the Goths to snipe the Huskars, have the mobility to kind of follow them around. Also, map-wise, we do a very interesting map generation here. Central Hill with some gold, surrounded by shallow water. So both players early access to docks in the middle probably. Ships could also then go outside, harass the economy. There is resources here on the shallows, and we even got trade docks. Oh my god, this is a fantastically complicated map to play because there is so many different things you could pay attention to. Something I love about HyperRandom, and people even starting with trade cocks, so they will start trade right away. Hello Oki, hello Hypnos. And let's ignore the trap thrown in the water. Yeah, I mean, there's a reef. If you see it in the first 2 minutes, there's a reef. It shouldn't come into play that hard, right? There's also no gold in the back here, so it's kind of an extra gold, but hard to reach for one side. So it actually makes it fairer that it's trapped. Main story here will be the Goth Rush, and so far that hasn't accomplished too much. Massive build order out of Salad. 5 stables, 4 barracks, 3 ranges, 4 hand cannons. Yeah, I guess why not? Turks actually they make hand cannons all the time, but that's not because they have a hand cannon bonus. So I'm actually not sure. Do they have a bonus? Gunpowder units have more hit points. Yeah, they have a bonus. They have more hit points. Normally more about the free chemistry in RM. And they created 25% faster. Okay, yeah, they have 2 DM relevant bonuses on hand cannons. Hand cannons didn't, for a long time, weren't a thing in DM, so we DMers know a lot of the tech trees, but gunpowder bonuses not really our forte. But yeah, so far the champion play is working. Cavalier being added too. We didn't make camels. A mistake that we see all too often to make camels against Civs that probably not going to make Cavalier or Paladin. And I noticed a certain lack of docks so far. I would have liked to see docks a bit earlier from the players. SaladEsc making houses in the back. And SaladEsc now making some ships. Where's he making the ships? Okay, he made docks here at the top. I would have brushed up docks at the front. Probably not as against Goth though. Against Goth, I can understand somewhat making the docks in the safer spot. 2 castles there are. Janissaries now coming out, and the Goth now looks a bit clueless. No siege edition from MrOsoVC8 at all. Oh boy, Goth, and way too many barracks. That Goth can produce from only maximum 4 barracks, of usually 4 barracks, maximum 6, because they produce so quickly that you won't need more than 6 barracks in your base. Maybe raiding barracks and stuff, but in your base. And Roman's coming out as well. And yeah, normally we want siege. Maybe on this map we could make Romans instead of siege, which OsoVC8 is doing now. Is the in-game sound too loud, or is just my headphones too loud? If you have trouble hearing me, please tell me. I'm gonna lower the sound on my end. Forward castle coming up, the Goth Flood is running in, but it's also running into a good mix of hand cannoneers and janissaries. I think hand cannoneers is the better option here because they get bonus damage and do have cannon gains and trebuchets prepared for SaladEsc. But MrOsoVC8, I mean, the Flood is strong until you run out of food. And until that, the Flood can dominate, and it does deny both the castles. It does run into the cannon gains as well. Never underestimate the amount of units Goths can make. They can pretty much make exactly what their pop space is with this many barracks. But Fudiko will become a huge problem soon for the Goth player. Now finally some demos being added. Was a bit waiting for that. Both players taking quite a while to add. Oh, demolition ships, but that one just took out 30 host cards. And SaladEsc realizing you can expand economy on the shallows here, while it looks like MrOsoV is being denied from economy by SaladEsc. Cavalier, actually. Beautiful play sending this Cavalier in at the back will deny a lot of stuff there. Those guys are low-key good against head cannons. That's... yeah, they're not really good against them, but if they have a bigger mass, then they're good. And that's why a lot of reasons why we see Scorpions being used against Goths a lot. The DM Scorpions usually the better option than hand cannon is. Hand cannons are too frail. House guards have a harder matchup against Scorpions if there's a meat shield than against hand cannons. And yeah, for Scorps there. We obviously don't have to factor in the upgrade cost for Siege in Deathmatch, which is making both Scorps and Siege onagers way more viable. Now we've got a good Siege of MrOsoV though, he just doesn't have economy. Like, Salad doing a great job adding economy, doing a quite good job denying economy, even though there's now something coming up, but that TC still isn't made. And only 50 wins on the queue for blue? Well, yeah, that's okay. Like, 120 is alright. Still to have. The big problem is the other side, right? Only 3 villagers in queue with 37 on the field for MrOsoV. So even though MrOsoV is pushing big time in the middle right now, he will run out of economy, but he has a 52 versus 37 army. This is a really good game. A really good and close game. Great demo shots by Salad. And yeah, defensive demos around the fleet, also something... just more ships, right? I mean, we have 8k wood and 3.5k gold for MrOsoV. Feel like he should use that. He doesn't have a food eco. He's trying to get some farms up here. Still hasn't expanded to the shallow lands. And yeah, Salad noticing that one of his chances to come back here, or his best chance maybe even, is to stop economy development from Combi. Doesn't see a lot of infantry coming out anymore. Has a good expansion to the back. I love the building back that Salad did. Maybe even made him spot the docks. Are people trading? I wonder if they use their trade cocks at the start. Trade profit 0. Sad. It's explored. You can see them. And Heo goes to Wufas. GG's yesterday. MrOsoV now still continuing to siege, has made more fleet. More demo shots could come in though, but Salad losing a lot to that castle. Oh boy. From what I recall, you can't see neutral docks to the fog. That's true. Yeah, I noticed that as well. You will somewhat have to always check the corners on these maps. No, I think... you don't see them if you don't move units towards them. I thought you have to move your camera there. But you're maybe right that you can't see them through the fog of war. Yeah, I think that happened on Marketplace too. We had Marketplace in Ragnarok, and you couldn't see the markets. You knew they were there because the map was Marketplace, but you couldn't see them. So I guess it's the same here. Yeah, then you actually need to explore the corners. You're right, I never thought of that while casting. It's actually a good hint for casting when I blame people or not. But I mean, obviously, Salad has vision on this stock, right? Probably. Oh yeah, he doesn't see this. True. Also, it doesn't see the merchant that comes with the docks on HyperRandom. That one doesn't want to look at us. That one also doesn't want to look at us. That merchant wants to look at us. Okay, I'm getting a bit distracted. Let's focus on the game, because it was actually a really good game, right? A lot of fleet 17 against 19. Main battle here on the water. Salad now with 64 farmers. That should give him a lot of potential for Hussar and Cavalier raids. And he's still limiting MrOsoV to only the landmass, not able to expand his economy to the back of his base. Who wants to see the game? I want to see the docks. But it wasn't about the docks, Regni. It was about the merchant that is on the dock. Wait, why can I not click it anymore? I used to be able to click it. I can click it on the docks that wasn't seen. Here, a merchant. Even better than only seeing the docks, right? Cannigans in place for Salad as well. This game we could have had predictions, I feel. Oh, we didn't, I think. Combi killing... Yeah, that TC isn't gonna go up for MrOsoV. That TC was lost as well. The cannon gains and these raids in the back I feel like are doing a lot. 30 farms still for like how squished he is. 30 on food is kind of alright. Somehow on berries in the middle. And the berries in the middle really coming into play here. Oh boy, look at that. MrOsoV took part of Salad's land to farm there. Does Salad know about that? Someone knows about some of them. And the castle gets denied over here. There was a blue castle because there was a blue villager. So Salad probably deleted it, has some gold bank there. And only one cannon guy in there, so kind of offering more ships to the drunk god. Or the drowned god. But if you get drowned in alcohol, then you're drunk. Weird Game of Thrones references. And not enough cannon guns out. What are the resources for Salad? Yeah, he's very stretched on gold. So maybe that's why he is molding about the a bit bugged gold there. That stone is at least somewhat reachable. Gold is a bit of a troll. But I think from what I saw at the start, he should have still the same amount. I mean, it's not like it's also is getting to his goals. But yeah, stuff like that can happen on HyperRandom, right? That's why everybody has a re in the first 2 minutes. And could have maybe argued for even an admin re here, but somebody would have needed to tell us that, right? That didn't happen. Hussars are decent against ships, they're pretty good at catching their fire at least, and therefore running Hussars in front is worth in battles on the swamp. Oh, there's a quick prediction up, but you need to be really quick now. Too bad. Fishing ships. Well, there is fish actually. We could use them. They're probably a misclick, but we could use them. And it's also trying to hold on to this space, but there's a castle drop on his staring farm economy on the opponent's land. There is Hussar clearing everything, and that castle is even going up. Even though it's straight under the TC, but there's some halberdiers in defense. I don't think they will be in time to stop the castle. Ships are also trying to stop the castle. That is a good portion of the farming eco here, but it was in a very vulnerable spot from the get-go. And the castle goes up. That means this farming economy is gone. Salad, big population lead now, 190 to 130. And still expansion. Like, now he could expand, right? Does MrOsoV maybe not know that he can build on this? But this looks very much like the mangrove terrain where you can always build. And he built barracks on the front one. So he should know. It's probably just those raids that he doesn't dare to venture out there, and rightfully so. Cav archers, never a big fan of cav archers on water maps, but... Do we have trade? We don't have trade. But later on it's probably fine. I mean, they're good at raiding economy, and heavily don't counter them, so they're a bit stressful for the goths. They don't want to spend gold. But usually on like water-focused maps, you want to spend wood and gold on ships. That's why cav archers aren't as good. Land maps, cav archers, very good indeed. Would trade cogs be worth it? How much do you even build in 1v1? Same amount as in team games. When the gold runs out, you go for 60 trade. You delete some villagers so you can get army out. With a cheap Civ 30-40 trade. Goss probably would be fine with 30 trade. Turks would want 60 trade. Also some really nice full skull raids though. MrOsoV stabilizing at 130 pop and getting some raiding done himself. A bit too high economy unit count for Salad. Villager count, the 2 fishing ships not really falling into place that hard. And the one cannon gain still walking away. Working away frees up this castle, therefore also denying 2 golds here in the middle still. That is also somewhat control over Salad, although taking this gold kind of next to the castle as well. And MrOsoV has some gold in the backstep, but it keeps being raided. And Salad is castle chaining the southern side where there is still a lot of gold to gain. So if he could get villagers over there to mine that, maybe these 12, that could be really nice for him and his gold situation. But I feel like players could also... Oh, what's another thing that this castle of Salad is doing? It's denying trade, right? Combi can't, or MrOsoV can't do full map trade here, while Salad could. So this map could. I feel like it really needs demos though. Like all that Salad would need here is a few heavy demos. Okay, he's trying to make them now to clear this fleet. Clearing that fleet would give him a good chance at sieging these castles. Oh, he had more siege than one cannon gain. Castle count isn't low, but the castles are in weird spots, right? We have one defending the farm eco here, we have one kind of on the edge here. All the castles in the middle went down. And we obviously have the 3, oh no, 2 castles only here. Because there is villagers denying it. Let's go. This is such an interesting game and such an interesting map. Would be a shame if they didn't play a full best of 5 here. So we really hope for 5 games. What is that emote even? How is that? Why does Dave have an emote that's called Lily? It looks like that. Do you know the story behind it? We have one draw monster killing that castle. Alright, good villagers. The villagers died to the Janissary. But the Droman might deny this castle. Is Salad on that gold? 4 villagers. I feel like we could send more there. Like, want to profit from that gold as long as you can. No story, just Nilly? Did that even... It's like a gequetschter Nilly. I don't know what quetscht heißt. But you're speaking... You're from Denmark, so you probably understand. Maybe you understand? I don't know how far away the languages are. Why don't I have an emote like that? I don't know, it looks a bit odd. Yeah, I know, I recognize that that's stout. I recognize way better that that's stout than the other one is Nilly. It's such a weird angle, right? Not showing his hair. Not that Nilly has that much hair. Oh boy, nice sandwich here. Huskars from the back, Galleons from the front, and the Kelar just get out of there in time. I feel like Salad has the advantage all the time with the population, but MrOsoV is using... that he has more on water and more middle control. Even though Turks arguably have the bit better water, but Goth water, surprisingly good. They have fully upgraded Galleons, and they have heavy demo, which is the most important thing in DM. I shouldn't say fully upgraded, because... Wait, how's that Salad's castle? Okay, something is really weird on the in-game spec thing. I just wanted to see. It was probably like Drydock or something. Yeah, they like Drydock, but they have Shipwright, which is like super good in DM. And Turks have... yeah, both Drydock and Shipwright, so Turks have the better navy. But Drydock isn't that important. You don't get to really use the speed micro for anything but demos. And demos are still also okay without Drydock. Speaking of demos, Also does have some of them. By the way, is it Mr. Oso or Mr. Oso? I think I've heard WhoCL or DreamCL call him Mr. Oso, but not sure. Maybe you guys know better. A very nice back push now from Salad. Has gotten that castle up, has gotten this castle up as well. And a trebuchet. Mr. Oso. Thank you. I think so at least. So he's trying to voice chat 8 and he's Mr. Oso. Oh, I'll call him Mr. Oso. Or I'll call him voice chat 8. Maybe it's not voice chat. But maybe it's Valhalla Cup. He wants to play Valhalla Cup 8. And we would need to host Valhalla Cup 3, Valhalla Cup 4, Valhalla Cup 5, and Valhalla Cup 6. And Valhalla Cup 7 first. Fast fires! Sip we seldomly see in DM. A sip, yeah. We seldomly see sips in DM. I should take a sip of my energy drink so I misspeak this. I don't know, this isn't the most professional qualifier casting today. I will cast the main event more seriously. But all these sits and admin issues, so I feel entitled to not cast them as professionally. As usual. It's a really great game though. I really like it. Trebuchet is now working on that cast. Mr. Otho really isn't giving up. He's like castle encircled everywhere, even has a castle on his wood line. Looking back, CA is a mistake for sure. Yeah, I mean, you're just losing to Fleet, right? Chips beat CA and cost the same res. And they also cost gold. Oh boy, Helvetia raids everywhere. Yeah, I mean... Need something against health though, right? But we could have had ships everywhere. I feel like most of the map is very dominated by ships, and Mr. Otho is playing like that, right? He constantly has less pop. So Salad should be winning, but also has the stronger military, because he is going for Navy. And Navy on on the hybrid terrain at least, or this hybrid terrain is really important on this one. He really beats land units. Double for does help because they only cost food. But golden wood land units should stay on land. Heavy are okay with ships sometimes. There's not too many demos. Don't really want to use demos on trash. And I was losing his CA to 2 castles here, even that one to the right. Wait, can also still win this game? I was also not casting as seriously because the population lead was that big for Salad all the time. Map control is amazing though. I mean, he's playing for wood control. He is playing for wood control. Lost his castle, but he's keeping also of wood, and also doesn't have the APM to notice all this seemingly. Another keep going up here in the back, and it's a keep chain to keep also from wood. And I'll stop saying keep for a while now, or maybe I will keep saying it. Salad laughing like a brute brother's keeper. Did the keep creep continue? Next thing, I'm gonna make content about dicke Dachdecker. But we're not waiting for Bodo here. We are waiting for Mr. Otho to resign probably, as he's on 105 population. Yeah, Regni, but like we're not waiting for Bodo joke after that was a really good joke in there. Castle attempt by Salad here directly under fire, wants to push also away from the wood line. The last wood line that also can take, and it is basically right next to where Salad started. This game deserves a caster that is less trying to make jokes and pays more attention to it. The castle power also falls. What? Bombard cannon. That's a nicely hidden bombard cannon. The one cannon gain play. I feel like we always have one cannon gain in this area. We could have just had like a fleet and 10 cannon gains with Turk Ranger and clear everything, right? Post that fly, because Grey will never die. It's dead will never die. Wasn't I already citing the Drunk God and the Drowned God before? Isn't that the Drowned God line? But it's wrong. Mr. Oso will die. Mr. Oso calls the GG. Losing the wood control right next to Salad's TC. As his war keeps creeping up in the Dichiger Dachdecker base. And I misspoke there, so I'm not Bodowadke. 3 more keeps over here, and Salad clearly went to Kelar school. Because he is, at least for this game, Mr. Wood Control. And also, it keeps the middle with his stronger water play there with the Goths, but never really had the population. And Salad kind of won the first part of the game with these back raids, denying the economy from the Goths. So also, even though he pushed and killed the starting TC, couldn't push that far and never, besides a few help raids, reached the nice back economy that also made, that Salad made. Controlling wood without onagers. That means keeping your pride. KD, 1k 1 to 1000. Lots of deaths in this game. And Salad with, already talked about the raids, right? Already talked about the quicker eco development there by Salad, I think. Very decisive here, as you can see. The rest collected, big difference between the players. And Salad even with a bit of an overboom. Probably one of the reasons that he didn't have enough pop to defend Salad's also fleet for a while. Alrighty, let's go for game number 2. With SaladEsc leading the race away. And we had the Turks winning against the Goth. Goth probably still, even though I don't love them that much, one of the assets in the draft there. For Oso? No, actually Oso is the one, the highest hit rate, so this. Oh, I only downloaded one. Second. I like that chat is disactive though. It's fun casting right now. And the game is really good, right? That was a fantastic game 1. These are also like, I see 15, like... In the qualifier seeding, 15 versus 18, I think. And the one we're gonna cast after that is 16 versus 17. So they're supposed to be really close sets. it's not players I know that well. It's all like strong RM players that aren't like top of the world, and they're not that known in the DM community because they're just starting out basically. But it's really nice, right? One of the goals of DM tournaments also. I'm always happy if RMers like enjoy playing DM, want to play DM more, explore playing DM. So yeah, there could kind of be nothing better than DMers in or RMers in DM tournaments. Learning DM a bit, hopefully enjoying it. You've read the name SaladEsc somewhere before? Yeah, me too, obviously. I mean, Salad is the best player from Denmark. He's also streaming. I think I rated him before. And he's a professional Twitch chatter. Yeah. But you're also the best Danish AoE player, I think. And we go for game 2. Not the best from Denmark, I'm afraid. You're the most known player from Denmark, I think. Who's better? I always thought you're the best Danish player. I always call you the best Danish player. It'll be Kongsgade or Emil. Oh yeah, true. That's also 2 good players from Denmark. But we're into game 2 and we're basically on Arabia without as many hills. And we have Salad playing Bohemians and MrOso playing Lithuanians. Look at the acacia trees, so maybe a bit more on Serengeti, but we don't have any crack ground. And we started with a monastery. Who queued a monk? Both queued a monk. Let's monk it out. But DM monks only there for getting relics. Relics are really important in DM though. MrOso clumping with that. What? Wait. What? I need to pause this. This isn't the base of the Bohemian. The new map, but it's HyperRandom, right? So it's obviously a new map every game. But wait, we have a matchup of Bohemians, a slow Civ that gets off a death ball. So Bohemians are very likely to want to clump to survive the start against the fast Civ in this game, Lithuanians. 30 pop for stable and a rage. And a castle with the Civ that wants to rush. MrOso, you want to play this aggressive with Lith. Oh, now I notice this. Okay, I paused at the right moment to complain, I guess. Club basically means making a base that is like walled off, right? Your starting scout couldn't enter his base. That means it's a clump. No, this is inefficient because you can't pass through, right? We'll just look at this bumping. You want to do it not for walking time, but you want to do it like clumping. You want to do it if you're afraid that the quick Bohemian Halberdiers will get into your base. No, you usually don't want to do it against Cav Civ that want to storm your base and you have a slow Civ. Whereas you kind of want to build like this. Basically, like open buildings one tile away. If you have the fast Civ. And obviously, in this case, you also want to do it as SaladEsc, because it's the most efficient way to build a base. And you really don't need to clump against the Lithuanian that's clumping. And should give a big population advantage to our Bohemian. Only 3 relics on the map? Oh yeah, because of Lithuanians. Well, MrOso did a good job getting the relics. No, he's getting another one. There is one more there. That's a bit unfortunate, but relic amount is random, so you can also hope for more. But yeah, there would be no pop for MrOso right now, and we already have Haufnitzer out, obviously. Salad with a good start in this one. I also like to start in the last one against Goths, I have to say. So Salad is looking quite strong, like with DM knowledge, how his starts are looking. Also, for a clump, it was a bit too much houses, but it still looked okay for a clump. Yeah, I would say for not being that experienced in DM, but I can't think of a single reason why you would want to clump with Lithuanians in this match. You want quick paladins, you want quick cav archers, and you want to try to kill villagers and overrun the Bohemian at the start, because I don't think you have much of a chance later on against them. And also even gave his opponent the start here. Well, monks against the candidates might work. Thanks for the follow. Gets a conversion. Bohemians even getting heresies. Downright mean. Yeah, space efficiency is this, right? That's why we have a pop lead. And thanks Panda Bear for the follow. Oh, that's nice. A panda. Yeah, Bohemians should have worse bugs. Well, yeah, I don't know. Bohemians are super annoying, sis. I hate them. It's just hand cannons, halberdiers, and Haufnitz, and you can't stop it. And it's a good version of a boring siege unit. And yeah, I don't even know what the Lithuanians can do here. I guess there's hand cannons against just hand cannons v hand cannons, but then you're against worse hand cannons. Even skirms being added by Senate. That's like overcompensating. Senate's bad time out of wood though. Senate's also going for map control. Well, at least that is being raided by Oso. But its resource bank is still looking good. I think we just have a unit comp problem here with Lithuanians. Cav archers, right? Cav archers would help us a lot. Cav archers kind of counter everything right here. Lithuanians definitely need to play Cav archers in this matchup. Hey yo, Elendil! I really liked your Chinese start. I think you played quite well in this set, but your opponent was quite good too. And you built a bit too far out in the first one. Or in the second one. They were not named. Hofrei's kills here. Till Cav archers counter skirmishers. What? Yeah, I guess that's why Salad is adding the skirms for potential CA. You could also add the wagons. And no, Cav archers are kind of your only way to kill Haufnitz in DM. You just put them on spread formation, run in here, shoot, run in, shoot, run in, shoot. And on spread formation with mobility, Haufnitz aren't that great. And now I have a bunch of armors not believing me in chat. I played it many times. It's still not optimal, right? But it's the best thing you have. Hand cannons are countered by like kind of the opponent's hand cannons and per skirm. Plus it has a lot of map control. Yeah, I'm afraid game 1 was really good, but I think game 2, like the only way, it's a hard matchup for Lithuanians, and the way they win it is by early aggression. And Mr. Oso, with his build order, gave up that chance. CA Lightest might not be terrible this matchup. Yeah, but it's still Bohemian helps, right? Yeah, but probably it's your best bet, but it's also a really expensive comp. You're a Diplo free for a player and you don't believe me? Yeah, but it's a bit different, right? Diplo FFA closer than RM. Comp-wise. Two trucks. Yeah, they're what you do against CA. Actually, they're actually viable. Like in DM, I think whenever someone plays CA against you as Bohemians, you use side wagons. Because they are the counter to CA that I would recommend using. I wouldn't recommend people to play Bohemians though, because I friggin' hate them. Spam that one bit, because You can do it. Yeah, you were just spamming a 1 though. Where are the biddies? What is the scam of a taunt ring? That's clearly a bit, so that should give me 8 cents. Yeah, for a bit you have to type here cheer 1 or something. But I can't cheer in my own channel, so I can't show you. Salad gets the 2-0 lead in the best of 5 with a wrong start by Mr. Oso. And now who paid attention? Let's see who paid attention. Come on, Salad, you're ruining the setups. I mean, maybe it's somewhat fair. But you said 3 Rex. So at least we avoided that spoiler. Yes. Let me change the scoreboard and then we go into game 3. Because clearly there should be a game 3, right? Macroing SO are very viable. SO are way more viable in... I don't know, I wanted to copy the image link to tell you guys what happened. This happened. Oh no, that's... Oh, that also happened? There was scheduling trouble, but that's not what I meant. This happened. Wait, this is best of 5? League privacy? Yeah, it's totally private. And then we told play more. And then, very much sadly, because game 1 was amazing, this happened. But that means we're gonna see more of Salad in the main event. Because he manages to win a best of 5 5-0. How OP is that?